Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. I'm here with Cobra Cmdr and I'm heading out to the Val Nebula. Not the Val Nebula East, as you can see here. This one's a little bit on the poorer side in terms of coloration. Very similar to many of the other nebula out there. Nope, the nebula I'm heading for is the Val Nebula West. Now I've been here before. The coloration here are absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, gorgeous location, and it's not all that far away, around about 1400 light years, so it shouldn't take too long, even with my Cobra here. There's going to be a whole ton of nice locations along the way, I'm sure, and toward the end of this video I actually found something rather interesting, and I'll show you that in due course. Now the whole point of this particular excursion is to gather as much discovery data as possible so that I can unlock Felicity Farseer and get those much needed grade 5 FSDs. And with just a few jumps I come across this rather stunning location. Didn't hang around here too long, but I did stop off enough to admire the site here. Lovely looking graphics. I don't know about for you, but these sites just never get old for me. Not really using any boosts for the jumping here, that's not the plan. The only downside is that along the way you find many boring looking planets like these here. Dull moons, dull planets, but unfortunately that is all a part of the process, and when you do come across some of the rather better places, it makes it all worthwhile after all. Here then is an icy body with atmosphere. You can see it's got an atmospheric type of nitrogen. I thought I'd stop off and have a bit of a closer look. Now of course we can't land down on this planet yet, and they still have the old original type planetary models here. This is very similar, very close in fact to what you'll have for icy planets if you don't have horizons yet, and in some ways it's a look I actually prefer. Although, as you'll see further into the video, icy bodies can actually offer up some of the best sights available within the game. In fact, it's the icy bodies I regularly check out. I used to have a look at high metal content planets and any other metallic planets out there, but relatively recently they've all turned beige, so I tend to avoid them where and when I can. But it's the icy bodies that have the deep cracks in them, the deep chasms, and they offer up quite a lot of coloration, well worth a visit if you can come across them. And what am I talking about? Of course you can come across them, because icy bodies are all over the place. It's just that not all of them have the deep chasms, the deep coloured chasms like these ones here. Unfortunately the lighting here isn't all that good, so the coloration doesn't look as good as it will do in other locations, and you'll see something a little bit better a little bit further in. Now, I'm not going to be too picky about the types of planets I scan here on this particular excursion. Of course, I'd love to have high-valued exploration data, especially for Felicity Farseer. She's going to need as much of that as she can possibly get. Nonetheless, neutron stars and Earth-likes are a little bit out of my way, going out here towards the Val Nebula. So here we have a gas giant. I'm looking for a few gas giants with life. Obviously, this isn't one of them. This is just a Class 1 Jovian gas giant, as you can see there. The coloration, it says, comes from clouds in the upper atmosphere, ammonia and water vapour, hydrogen, sulfide, phosphine and sulphur. So sooner or later, as David Braben keeps talking about, we're going to be flying through those gas atmospheres to scoop whatever riches are within them. But let's hope that's not too long away. The pace of Elite Dangerous does seem to be moving a little bit slowly lately. A lot of people do keep commenting on that. But then again, we do get some huge updates every so often, but I guess some people just feel that the shine disappears off them a little bit too quickly. So here, this very dark brown gas giant here is one that's highly likely to have life on it. And as we fly by, we can have a bit of a look at that, and I'm gathering it's going to have ammonia-based life. And to be honest, quite probably not the best substances to live in. So we got a gas giant with ammonia-based life, as expected. Now, personally, I find it really interesting to consider the other types of life that may be out there within the galaxy in Elite Dangerous, not just small ammonia or bacteria-based life like on this gas giant here, but true intelligent life, perhaps like aliens, perhaps like Thargoids. There was an interesting snippet from Michael Brooks a little while ago when talking about contact between humans and Thargoid aliens, saying that the difference in body temperatures, the difference in body makeup between us and them, meant that simply touching them would burn their skin quite badly. It was here then, towards a more remote area of this particular system, orbiting a gas giant that I come across one of the better discoveries I've found in a very long time now. Without horizons, of course, I would never come anywhere near an ice moon like this one because they're just not worth anything, and once you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. But with horizons, that's somewhat different. And out the left-hand side of the canopy here, and now out the front of the canopy, you can see just why that is. All of the canyons here, very deep crevices, very deep cracks, are filled to the brim with mist. Flying through these canyons was an experience in and of itself. As you can see here, visibility was extremely low, and down towards the depths of the canyon here, the mountains and the cliffs just came almost out of nowhere. Using the lights here, you can see just the ridges illuminating as I get almost on top of them. And then a very small disaster struck. The video capture software crashed, which meant I had to restart both the capture software and the game itself. And in just a few moments it took to do that, when I logged back in, I found myself in almost an entirely different world. Here, the sun had arisen from behind the massive nearby gas giant, dispelling all the mist and illuminating the red hues embedded deep within the icy cliffs here. A glowing moon then, a world full of visual richness. And the changing of the mist here, the changing of the planetary weather as it were, once again highlights the complexity and depth of Stellar Forge, the system upon which the galaxy of Elite Dangerous has been built. Despite what David Braber may recently have said, with atmospheric landings being a long way off, or at least he said not soon, I still feel that this speaks volumes of what the game will be capable of in the future, and it's something I'm very excited for and something I'm very much looking forward to. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.